Tuesday. No, it's not. What am I talking about? It's Thursday. Autism accept. Tomorrow I am talking in Niagara Falls for the ICANN Festival. But today I am at home, and my partner is got the chicken pox for adults. It's called shingles when you're older, right? So she's got these basically chicken pox thing. So she's at home, so we're at home. I'm taking care of her today, and just doing a bunch of kind of house stuff, house chores, all that kind of jazz. How are you guys? What is going on? I doing these daily check-ins. And I'm thinking about also doing the daily D vlog because, I feel like there's so much that goes on in my life. It'd be good to document it, record it, film it, and put it out as a daily video. I'm not entirely sure how you guys feel about that, but let me know anyway. It's hold on. It's absolutely cold as buggery here in Canada today. It was up to like 20 degrees Celsius, warm, nice, and now it's like 2 degrees. It's freezing. Hey, how's it going, guys? How's it going? Alex, who else we got in here? Carell, is that how I say your name, Carell? But yeah, I'm driving, so sorry if I'm not looking directly at the camera. It's because I'm driving a car, and obviously safety first. But yeah, just as daily check-ins, I'm quite a motivated person. Right? I feel quite motivated every day. Most days. This is the important part of this. What I'm saying now is I feel pretty good. Hey, it's you again. It's like I feel pretty good most days. I feel like, hey, I can get up, I can do anything. Hey, life is for living. But some days, like today, I get up and I'm like, oh no, I have so many things to do. I need to change. I need to get a flight ticket, and it's the start of the month, so I'm low on funds, and I'm like, I've got so much work to do, and I have a lot of clients waiting on me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? I got to drive to Niagara Falls tomorrow. I do a talk for ICANN, and then there's just so many things, and then and it gets overwhelming for me, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, and then I feel like, oh, I can't do all these things. But that's just a fleeting moment of self-doubt, which we all get. We're all human, right? We're all going to have moments of self-doubt. The difference is when we're with an autistic people, hey, good morning. Because we're autistic people, when we feel something, the feeling feels like it's that feeling now for the rest of our life forever. Like, if we're sad about something, we get sad and we feel like it's indefinite sadness, right? You know what I'm saying? So if something happens, it feels like it's the end of the world, and then you can't see a way out. You're like, that's it. Now there's no way out. Everything is garbage. But that's not always. That's not, obviously it's never true. It's never the end of the world, right? It's not over until it's over, as they say. So, what does this mean? This means that basically, because we feel things so intensely, the intensity of all the things in which we feel become kind of exponential. So when we're feeling sad or depressed or down or lonely or negative, those things feel like that's it now. We're in hell forever. But it's not the case. And it's funny because we come out of it the other end, we're like, oh well, yeah, I know. I felt like I felt like I was having a bad day, and it was never going to get better, but it did get better. And no matter how many times we experience that, it's still the same. Like every time we experience a bad day or a negative thing, we always have that feeling of oh, it's never going to end. It feels horrible. But hey, from TX, you're from Texas. How's it going, man? I keep thinking sometimes, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. 100%. So that saying comes from a really good point. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and it's true. Our ability to be a human isn't judged on how many times we can become victimized or feel like we're a victim. It becomes apparent that we are stronger the more times we take a beating, we stand back up and say, okay, let's go. And that is resistance and resilience to life. Doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Doesn't mean that anyone's going to die. It just means that you're just resisting against life's ups and downs, because life is going to be up and down. That's the beauty of it, I guess, And why does life has ups and downs? Life has ups and downs because we have to learn things. Like I said yesterday, anything worth having should be hard work. Life is worth having because it's beautiful. It's very unique. The odds of you being a human are 400 trillion to 1. 400 trillion. If I was a guy, I wouldn't put anything down on 400 becomes white. You're a walking miracle at the end of the day. So never forget that. And so when you look at the odds of being alive, you go, okay, yeah, well, it is going to be hard work. And, you know, and I think, like, if we just sometimes remind ourselves that, like, it's okay, because, like, the hard part, once we solve the problems, the reward is going to be greater, right? It kind of like, climbing a mountain is difficult, but when you get to the top, you're like, I feel accomplished. So, do you use styling products for the beard? Any suggestions? I don't. I use kind of. I suppose I use a brush, like a beard brush, which is like a big kind of brush. It looks like one of the ones you buffy your shoes with. That's what it looks like. And then I use a leave-in conditioner for it, which is basically like a beard oil substitute. Anyway, but yeah, what I was saying about my life, and this is really interesting as well. About 18 years ago, I made a decision. And my decision was that I was never going to drink alcohol ever again. Not because I had a problem with it, but I was going to stay away from alcohol. I was going to not participate in buying, downloading, pornography and all that kind of stuff, because I feel like this is the devil's playground. And then I also decided that I would not smoke any, tobacco or drugs or anything like that, or take any drugs. And then I also make a video of GDD. So yeah, actually, that's a good idea. And I also made a decision to kind of not gamble either. Don't participate in gambling. And the reason is because I felt like all of those things I just mentioned were destructive behaviors that can take a hold of somebody, especially people who are dopamine deficient. Now, autistic individuals and ADHD individuals are deficient in dopamine. And dopamine is the happy hormone, the thing that keeps us regulated to make us motivated, level-headed, and stable in terms of our mood and emotional regulation. But we're starved of this. However, in terms of those addictive behaviors like gambling, smoking, drinking, taking drugs, pornography, sex, these things can become excessively addictive because they give you short hits of dopamine. So I took an oath to myself to say, like, right, I'm going to eradicate all those things from my life. I'm on about promiscuous sex. People going out and just having kind of intercourse willy-nilly. And so when you eradicate those from your life, you then begin to say, well, I can now fill my life with things that have meaning, have purpose, like taking action or something. Hey, how's it going, Sarah? And when you take action, you eradicate fear or negativity, and it's so interesting to do that. Autism Acceptance Day is today, 2nd of April, as it is every year, and I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Do you know what's funny? A lot of people say, like, what are you doing for World Autism Acceptance Day and week? And I'm like, I don't really do much, and the reason is because there's so much noise. Right? It's hard to put a signal out when there's so much noise. Like, everybody's like doing something for World Autism Acceptance Day. Like, everybody wants to do something, which I understand, which is great, because that's the whole point of it, right? But it becomes too noisy. And so when it becomes too noisy, your message or your efforts are saturated. And I don't want my efforts to be saturated. I want to help as many people as possible. So every other day is World Autism Acceptance Day. Every other month is World Autism Acceptance Month. Why are we just condensing it to just 1 month, 1 day? We need it's people should support, advocate for, and accept autism all year round. Why just April? Why just April 2nd? Anyway, that's just how I feel about it. That's just me being me. Not to mention, I'm just saying that I'm not saying that anybody's efforts are garbage. I'm saying everyone's efforts are valid. But yeah, and that's that. But yeah, so today I'm feeling tired. I do take medication, so I just took my meds, took them a little bit earlier. Sorry, a little bit later than I usually do, and now I am on my way back to the house. I'm gonna help my partner today because, like I said, she's got like chicken pox, shingles. Um, uh, it's difficult when you're feeling so sick. So I'm gonna help her. I've got a couple of business calls to take. I work with a company called Ono, which is a fidget gadget. I don't know if you've heard of them. They actually have one in my pocket. So this is the Ono fidget gadget. This is one of them. This is not the Ono roller. This is the Ono scroller. It's like a scrolling ball in here. But they made this. The best thing they've ever made is a roller, which is like so cool. Anyway, them on their marketing stuff, because I'm also a digital social media marketing kind of person. an expert, I guess, or a guru. So yeah, I'm working with them. So I got a meeting with them, and then I've also got a meeting with